Hey YouTube, up for the review today is an Autopoint All-American Jumbo Twist Mechanical Pencil. This mechanical pencil has been around in this form for quite a few decades actually, and I'm not exactly sure what series of events led to Autopoint reintroducing it to make it available on the market again, but it has existed for a long time. And so here's a vintage Autopoint All-American. This is the slim model. The current Autopoint All-Americans also come in the slim, but JetPens just started offering these up in the jumbo version. And so this is the box that it came in from JetPens. You can see we have the Made in the USA sticker here. And then just take a quick little tour on the box. The box tells you how to refill the lead, and I'll talk about refilling the lead. I'm not going to actually demonstrate it on screen for this video. If you get a genuine one, the box comes with instructions. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I just wanted to show off the box a little bit before we dove right into the review. So the vintage Slender Autopoint All-American that you see right here hasn't changed too much compared to the modern one hasn't changed too much compared to the vintage one that you see on the screen right now. The one that I just ordered for 11 USD off of JetPens is the jumbo version of it, and they're basically the same in terms of their manufacture and how they work. The only difference is the size. And so today I'll be reviewing the All-American Jumbo, and I plan to order a modern variant of the Slender when I find a location. I may have to order it directly from the Autopoint website because JetPens isn't offering them right now, but hopefully sometime in the near future they will offer the Slender. So let's check out the Jumbo. So the Jumbo is a twist mechanism pencil. Okay, so to extend the lead, you're going to hold near the tip, and there's a line break right here. I'll see if I can get it to show up on camera. I may not be able to. You can sort of see it there. There's the line break. And that line break is where you twist the pencil, and when you twist it clockwise, the lead extends. This pencil is in 0.9 millimeter. The Autopoint All-American series for the Slender comes in 0.7, 0.9, and 1.1. And for the Jumbo comes in just 0.9 and 1.1, and I would consider 0.9 to be the base model for these. This is what most vintage Autopoint pencils are in. And so to retract, it's a little bit different on this twist mechanism. It's a little bit more old-fashioned, and I think that's intentional from the standpoint of Autopoint because they are essentially making a pencil that is a direct homage, and arguably it's not even a homage, it's arguably an homage. It is a replica of the vintage models that they've produced for a really, really long time. And so to retract the lead, you give it a counterclockwise twist, and then you just have to press it against something hard and put it back into the pencil. And so the operation of the mechanism is solid, but it's a little cumbersome and not as user-friendly as most push-knock mechanical pencils that we're used to in modern times. Continuing along the tour of the pencil, it tapers to a pretty slender tip at the end, but I would argue that this pencil is still pocket safe. If I were to retract the lead all the way back in, you can see that that's blunt enough that you can put it in your pocket and it's not going to hurt your pocket. Now, one thing that it's going to be a little difficult to see here on camera, but the tip of the Autopoint, see if I can get it to show up. The good news is that this camera is a lot better than my old one, but still having difficulty. There are little slits in this tip. Oh, if I hold it in profile there, you can sort of see the little slits there. This is called Autopoint's so-called grip tight mechanism, and the grip tight mechanism allows this tip to expand a little bit as lead is going through it, allowing the tip to grip onto the lead to allow you to have a really solid control over the lead while it's out of the tip to reduce breakage. I've never had the lead break at all on this pencil, even when I've had it out quite a bit. And granted, this could be expected given that it's 0.9 millimeter, but it's a nice little feature that Autopoint pencils have. As we continue the tour up the pencil, I got mine in this lovely blood red color, primary color. The classic Autopoint name is on the pocket clip, and it's a really solid stainless steel pocket clip. Jumbo eraser. And take that out, and comes with some leads. Now the Autopoint 0.9 millimeter leads are half the width of a normal lead, or half the length, I should say. And that's purposeful because the way that this mechanism is set up, you need the shorter leads when you load it. And it gets loaded through the front. I'll just give you a little preview of loading it in case you're curious how it works. You actually pull, you can hear that that's snapped really nicely into place. It's really solid construction. You pull the whole front of the end of the pencil out, and I'm not going to do it here to save time, but you basically unscrew this little thing, stick the lead down in there, and screw it back in, and then you follow normal operation of the pencil. And so loading it is cumbersome compared to most mechanical pencils, I will admit. You can use standard 0.9 millimeter lead in an Autopoint, but you'll likely have to break it in half to use it in an Autopoint. And the erasers are completely and utterly proprietary. In fact, the only place that I've been able to find them is on the Autopoint website. Now, I haven't looked very hard, okay? And so maybe if you do a thorough canvassing of the internet, you'll be able to find replacements for the Autopoint Jumbo for the erasers. But the only place that I saw them was on the actual Autopoint website. And they're not expensive on the Autopoint website. I think the Slenders there are 10 and the Jumbos are 11. And so it's not like what I would call, what I would say is crazy expensive for a mechanical pencil of this quality. But just note that the Jumbo eraser is not as readily available as you would find erasers for Pentels or Pilots or other mechanical pencils. So that pretty much is a comprehensive rundown of the pencil. Let's go ahead and run down the rating scale. So this is the Autopoint All-American Jumbo in 0.9 millimeter. I used this pencil this week, and I really enjoyed using it. I think that the cons of this pencil are pretty well drowned out by the pros. Let's run down the rating scale. For writing experience, good. You know, it's really solid in the hand. I like the way that it tapers down here. I can get a really good grip on it, and I prefer slender mechanical pencils. So even though this is a jumbo, there's enough tapering near the end that it feels just like you're writing with a slender version of it. I mean, to me, it feels like the slender Autopoint. Perhaps the only difference is in the weight. And so when I get a slender Autopoint All-American, that's one of the things that I'm going to check out for sure. Weight could be a problem. It's on the heavier side, I would say, compared to most mechanical pencils. But that leads us into quality, which is where this beast really shines. I'm going to give it a good plus, which is the highest rating that I give mechanical pencils that aren't made out of metal or have some sort of brass construction. This is just really well made. Yeah, it's plastic, but it's like Pentel Sharp plastic. Like really solid plastic. It's probably thicker than the plastic used in Pentel Sharps. And Pentel Sharps are known for being a no-nonsense, highly durable mechanical pencil. I get that feeling when I'm working with an Autopoint. And so that's a real pro to this pencil. I mean, it not being metal keeps the price down, but it's also really solid construction. I have this crazy feeling that you could run this thing through a washing machine and it would come out shinier or something, you know? And so it has that wonderful classic American construction that is really solid. So excellent quality on this. I'm going to give it a good plus, which is the highest rating that I don't give, you know, something that could survive a nuclear weapon attack. Features, good. You know, it's got a pretty balanced set of features. It's got a big eraser, but the erasers are hard to replace. It's got the grip tight front section, and it's quasi pocket safe, but it's kind of hard to load. And so it's pretty well middle ground on everything for the features, but you can carry it around in your pocket, and it comes in vibrant colors. It comes in bright yellow and navy blue and black and white, whole bunch of different colors. And so features rate it a good. Okay, cost moderate, but it's honestly we're pretty low on the side of the moderate. I bought this one for 11 USD on JetPens. I got it with free shipping with some other mechanical pencils that I'll be reviewing coming up. And so it's just a really solid package. What are we going to do for ratings on this? Oh, I really want to put it in the top 10, but the top 10 contains so much great stuff right now. I'm just not ready. Okay. And so for the top 10, no, I'm going to pass on the top 10, but I am going to give it an honorable mention. And we're in the time with my honorable mentions where we're replacing excellent mechanical pencils in of themselves on the honorable mentions list. Yet I feel for the price and what you get with it, this is a good replacement for the Zebra Delgard. So Zebra Delgard is leaving the honorable mentions list, which in of itself, it's a fine pencil, has a very interesting lead cushioning mechanism, but for our purposes, I think that the Autopoint All-American Jumbo is an overall better buy. And when I get a Slender, I'll see if I feel the same thing about the Slender as well. So there we go. Autopoint All-American Jumbo in blood red. Got it from JetPens. Hope you enjoyed this review, and check it out. Catch you later.